Were you ever told you were wise beyond your years? It sounds like a compliment, right? But if you were that child, you know it's a bit more complicated. Growing up too fast. What psychologists sometimes call parentification often means you had to become the responsible one when the adults in your life couldn't be. You learned to manage emotions, solve problems, and care for others long before your peers. You might feel like you missed out on just being a kid, trading playgrounds for problems and fun for functionality. For a long time, you might have carried this feeling like a heavy weight, a sense that you were different, that you lost something important. But what if that weight wasn't just a burden? What if it was actually forging you into someone incredibly strong? The challenges you faced forced you to develop a unique set of psychological superpowers that many people never get the chance to build. Today, we're going to uncover 5 of these hidden advantages that you possess precisely because you had to grow up a little sooner than everyone else. First, you have an incredible sense of empathy. Because you were so tuned into the emotional needs of others from a young age, you developed a deep, almost intuitive understanding of what people are feeling. You can read a room, sense when something's off, and offer comfort in a way that feels natural. This isn't just about being nice. It's a powerful tool for building genuine, deep connections with people who truly value your insight and compassion. Second, you are exceptionally resilient. Think about it. You've navigated complex adult situations since you were young. Setbacks and challenges don't paralyze you. They feel familiar. You've learned how to bounce back from disappointment and find a way forward, no matter what. This mental toughness is a rare gift. While others might crumble under pressure, you have a proven track record of enduring and adapting, making you a reliable pillar of strength for yourself and for others. Third is your unmatched problem-solving ability. When you're a kid who has to manage household logistics or mediate conflicts, you learn to think strategically. You don't just see problems, you see solutions. You're practical, resourceful, and you know how to break down big, scary issues into manageable steps. This makes you invaluable in your personal and professional life. People come to you because they know you're the one who can figure things out and get things done. The fourth advantage is your fierce independence. While it might have stemmed from not being able to rely on others, it's now one of your greatest assets. You trust your own judgment. You're not afraid to take the lead, and you know how to take care of yourself. This self-reliance gives you a profound sense of freedom. You don't wait for permission or validation. You create your own path and define your own success. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, you have a deep capacity for meaning and purpose. Having shouldered heavy responsibilities early on, you rarely sweat the small stuff. You have a unique perspective on what truly matters in life: love, connection, and making a real difference. This clarity guides your choices, helping you build a life that feels authentic and fulfilling, not just successful on the surface. So if you were a child who grew up too fast, it's time to reframe your story. You didn't just survive, you developed rare and powerful strengths. Your empathy, resilience, problem-solving skills, independence, and sense of purpose are the superpowers born from your past. Embrace them, because they are the very things that make you the incredible person you are today. Thanks for watching, and if this resonated with you, be sure to subscribe for more. Did you grow up in a home where you had to be on high alert? Where you learned to read the mood of the room the second you walked in? If so, you might feel like that was a burden, a heavy weight you had to carry. But I am here to tell you that what you developed out of necessity has become one of your greatest and rarest strengths. The first rare strength you possess is a highly developed emotional radar. Think about it. Psychology shows that children who grow up in unpredictable environments where a parent's mood could shift on a dime. Become absolute masters at reading people. You learn to notice the slightest change in a parent's tone of voice, the subtle tension in a sibling's shoulders, or the look in someone's eyes that said more than words ever could. You had to. It was a way to keep yourself safe, to brace for what was coming next. This skill didn't just disappear as you grew up. What started as a survival mechanism has blossomed into a profound and powerful sense of empathy. You're the person who can walk into a meeting and immediately sense the underlying dynamics. You know who's on edge, who's feeling confident, and who's hiding their true feelings. While others are just listening to the words being said, you're hearing the unspoken emotions behind them. In your friendships and relationships, this is your superpower. Your friends probably say you're the one who just gets it. You can sense when a loved one is having a bad day, even if they're insisting everything is fine. You know exactly what to say or what not to say to make someone feel truly seen and understood. This isn't just being nice. It's a deep, intuitive connection that you offer, making your relationships incredibly meaningful and strong. People feel safe with you because they know you see the real them. And let's talk about your career. This emotional radar is a huge asset. Whether you're a leader, a team member, a salesperson, or an artist, this ability to understand people on a deeper level sets you apart. You can navigate complex social situations and office politics with a grace and intuition that others might have to work years to even begin to develop. You can build rapport instantly, de-escalate conflicts before they even start, and inspire genuine loyalty because people feel that you're on their wavelength. You're not just going through the motions. You're connecting with the human element in everything you do. So, the next time you find yourself feeling overly sensitive or you get a vibe from someone, don't dismiss it. Don't see it as a flaw or a leftover wound from your past. Recognize it for what it is, a finely tuned instrument, a rare gift. Your emotional radar is a testament to your resilience. You took a challenging start and turned it into an extraordinary ability to connect with the world in a way most people can only dream of. It's not just a strength, it's your superpower. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into turning your life experiences into your greatest strengths. See you next time. Ever feel like you've been an adult your whole life? Like you had to figure things out on your own long before your peers did? If that resonates with you, then you probably possess an incredible, almost superpower-like quality, an exceptional level of self-reliance. This isn't just about being independent. It's a deep-seated belief that you are your own most reliable resource. It's a trait forged in the fire of early responsibility. Think back to your younger years. Did you find yourself making your own meals while your friends were still having theirs prepared? Were you the master of your own schedule, juggling homework, chores, and maybe even part-time jobs without much oversight? Did you have to learn to soothe your own anxieties and celebrate your own victories? Because there wasn't always someone there to do it for you. If you're nodding along, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You became your own anchor in the stormy seas of life long before most people even learned to swim. This early independence isn't just a tough backstory. It's a powerful character-building experience. In fact, research in psychology suggests that individuals who develop this kind of self-reliance early on cultivate a strong can-do internal monologue. It's that voice inside your head that doesn't panic when things go wrong. Instead, it calmly says, "Okay, what's the first step?" While others might freeze up or look around for someone to save them when faced with a crisis, your brain is already wired for action. You instinctively shift into problem-solving mode. This is your secret weapon in adulthood. In the workplace, you're the one who takes initiative, who sees a problem and starts working on a solution without waiting to be told. In your personal life, when an unexpected bill arrives or a plan falls through, you don't crumble. You strategize. You adapt. You overcome. This isn't arrogance. It's a quiet confidence born from a lifetime of evidence. You've proven to yourself, time and time again, that you can handle it. You don't wait for permission to act, and you don't postpone your life waiting for a helping hand. This is because, from a very young age, you learn a fundamental truth. You are capable. You've known, deep in your bones, that you have the strength, the resourcefulness, and the resilience to handle whatever life throws your way. This isn't to say you never need help or support. Everyone does. The difference is, you don't see needing help as a sign of weakness. You see it as just another resource to be managed, another tool in your problem-solving kit. Your foundation is so solid that you can ask for help from a position of strength, not desperation. This level of self-reliance is also a huge asset in building healthy relationships. You don't enter into friendships or romantic partnerships looking for someone to complete you or save you. You come as a whole person, ready to build something with another whole person. You understand that true partnership is about interdependence, not codependence. You can be a rock for others because you've always been a rock for yourself. So, if you've ever felt a little different because you had to grow up fast, I want you to reframe that thought. See it for what it is, the origin story of your incredible self-reliance. It's a quality that makes you a natural leader, a reliable friend, and an incredibly resilient human being. It's the engine that has propelled you through every challenge and will continue to carry you toward every success. Embrace it, be proud of it, and never forget the powerful, capable person you've always been. Thanks so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more content like this. We'd love to have you in our community. See you in the next one. Have you ever felt like you're on a completely different wavelength from people your age? Like you've always been an old soul, even when you were a kid? If that resonates with you, then you probably possess a powerful, often overlooked strength, a deep level of discernment and maturity. This isn't about being boring or acting old. It's a genuine, sophisticated ability to see beyond the surface and understand the world in a way that many others don't. Think back to when you were younger. While your friends might have been chasing the latest trends or getting caught up in fleeting high school drama, you were likely thinking a few steps ahead. You were probably more concerned with the long-term consequences of your choices, pondering things like what kind of person you wanted to become or what truly matters in life. This isn't just a personality quirk. It's a sign of a highly developed internal guidance system. You have a natural filter that weeds out the unnecessary noise and zeroes in on what's real and what's important. This profound sense of discernment is a true superpower in today's chaotic world. You probably have a very low tolerance for superficiality. Small talk can feel draining, and you're not one to get swept up in pointless gossip or social media spats. It's not that you're judgmental, it's that your energy is a precious resource, and you instinctively know not to waste it on things that lack substance. You crave depth in your conversations, in your relationships, and in your pursuits. This allows you to build a life that feels authentic and meaningful to you, not one that's dictated by external pressures or popular opinion. Because of this maturity, you are exceptionally good at choosing your friends. You don't need a huge social circle to feel validated. Instead, you value quality over quantity. You are drawn to people who are genuine, kind, and intellectually stimulating. You can spot insincerity from a mile away, which protects you from toxic relationships and energy vampires. Your inner circle is likely small but incredibly strong, built on a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and shared values. This ability to surround yourself with the right people is one of the most significant factors for long-term happiness and success. This internal compass also keeps you incredibly grounded. When life gets turbulent and everyone else is panicking, you have a knack for staying calm and focused. You can see the bigger picture. You understand that most crises are temporary and that drama is often just a distraction from what's really going on. This perspective allows you to navigate challenges with a sense of grace and wisdom that others find reassuring. People might even come to you for advice because they sense your stability and your ability to offer a clear, unbiased point of view. You don't get easily rattled because your sense of self-worth isn't tied to external validation or fleeting circumstances. This maturity isn't about skipping the fun parts of life. It's about choosing a different kind of fun one that aligns with your core values. It's finding joy in a deep conversation, satisfaction in mastering a skill, and peace in quiet reflection. You understand that true fulfillment doesn't come from a quick dopamine hit, but from building something lasting and meaningful. You're playing the long game, and your discernment is the key to winning it. So, embrace that old soul within you. It's not a weakness, it's your greatest asset, guiding you toward a life of purpose, connection, and profound inner peace. Thanks so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content about understanding your unique strengths. See you in the next one. Have you ever felt like your tough childhood was just a series of disadvantages? What if I told you that one of the most challenging parts of your past actually forged one of your greatest superpowers? Let's talk about the fourth advantage of overcoming a difficult upbringing: radical resourcefulness. When you grow up in an environment where resources are scarce, whether that's money, time, or even emotional support, you don't have a choice. You have to get creative. You learn how to make a little go a long way. You figure out how to fix things that are broken, how to stretch a dollar until it screams, and how to find joy in the simplest of things. You essentially learn how to make something out of absolutely nothing. This isn't just about being frugal. It's about a deep, ingrained ability to innovate under pressure. Now, as an adult, this translates into an incredible, almost magical form of problem solving. Think about it. In a work meeting, when everyone is stuck between option A and option B, you're the one who quietly says, "Well, what if we tried this instead?" and presents a brilliant option C that no one else even saw. This is your radical resourcefulness in action. You have a unique out-of-the-box thinking style because, for you, there was never a box to begin with. The standard rules and limitations that guide other people's thinking just don't apply to you in the same way. Why does this happen? Because as a child, you were forced to tackle adult-sized problems with a child's limited toolkit. Imagine trying to solve a complex puzzle with only half the pieces. Your brain had to build new pathways. It became wired to find shortcuts, loopholes, and clever workarounds that others, who had all the pieces, would never need to discover. You didn't just learn to follow instructions. You learned how to write a whole new instruction manual on the fly. This mental agility is a direct result of navigating a world that wasn't set up for your success. This superpower isn't just about getting by. It's about thriving in situations that would cause others to freeze or give up. When a project hits a roadblock, when a budget gets slashed, or when an unexpected crisis arises, that's when you truly shine. While others are panicking about the lack of resources, Your mind is already racing, connecting its and seeing possibilities. You don't just survive challenges, you engineer your way through them. You're the master of the pivot, the king or queen of the workaround. You see constraints not as walls, but as interesting new parameters for a creative problem. Let's look at some real-world examples. Maybe you're the person who can whip up a gourmet meal from a nearly empty pantry. Or perhaps you're the entrepreneur who launches a successful business on a shoestring budget, using free tools and clever marketing hacks while competitors are spending thousands. In your personal life, you might be the friend everyone calls when they have a problem they can't solve, because they know you'll come up with a solution they never would have thought of. You find the apartment that wasn't listed, you negotiate the deal that seemed impossible, and you mend the relationship that others deemed broken. This isn't an accident, it's a skill, honed over years of necessity. You learned that the most valuable resource isn't money or connections, it's your own ingenuity. You developed a deep-seated trust in your ability to figure things out, no matter what. This creates a profound sense of self-reliance and resilience. You know, deep down, that you can handle whatever life throws at you, because you've handled so much with so little before. So, the next time you find yourself in a tight spot, I want you to pause for a moment. Instead of feeling the familiar stress of scarcity, try to reframe it. Recognize that this is your arena. This is where your unique genius comes alive. Your past didn't just teach you how to survive. It turned you into a master innovator, a resourceful engineer of your own life. That's not a scar from your past. That is a superpower you carry with you every single day. Embrace it, value it, and use it. It's one of the most powerful gifts your journey has given you. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on turning your past into your power. I'll see you in the next video. Have you ever felt like your tough childhood was just a series of disadvantages? What if I told you that some of your greatest strengths actually grew from those very challenges? Today, we're diving into the fourth hidden superpower of people who grew up too fast: radical resourcefulness. This isn't just about being thrifty. It's a completely different way of seeing the world. Think back to your childhood. Maybe you didn't always have the money for the things you wanted, or perhaps the emotional support you needed just wasn't there. When you grow up in an environment where resources are scarce, you're forced to get creative. You had to learn how to make something out of absolutely nothing. It wasn't a choice, it was a necessity. You might have fixed a broken toy with tape and a paperclip, or found a way to entertain yourself for hours with just your imagination. You were a little engineer, a mini magician, turning limitations into possibilities. This early training in creativity doesn't just disappear. When you become an adult, it evolves into a powerful and unique out-of-the-box thinking style. You've probably noticed this in your own life. When everyone else is stuck between option A and option B, you're the one who comes up with option C, D, and E. You see pathways where others see dead ends. This is your superpower in action. Why does this happen? Because as a child, you were often faced with adult-sized problems but only had a child's limited tools to solve them. Imagine trying to navigate complex family dynamics or manage household responsibilities when you barely understood the world. Your brain, in its incredible adaptability, had to create new neural pathways. It learned to find shortcuts, invent solutions, and discover workarounds that others, who had a more straightforward path, would never even think to look for. This isn't just about surviving. People with this background don't just endure challenges. They actively engineer their way through them. In a work meeting, you might be the person who connects to seemingly unrelated ideas to solve a major problem. In a personal crisis, you might be the one who finds a clever, unexpected way to make things work, while others might get overwhelmed by a setback. You instinctively start looking for the cracks in the wall, the loose threads you can pull to unravel the entire issue. You're not just resourceful, you're radically resourceful. This ability to innovate under pressure is an incredible asset in today's fast-changing world. Companies pay top dollar for creative problem solvers. In your personal life, it means you're resilient and adaptable, capable of bouncing back from almost anything. You don't just cope, you create. You don't just manage, you master. You have a deep, intuitive understanding that there's almost always another way. So, the next time you find yourself in a tight spot, remember this. That feeling of being cornered might just be the trigger for your superpower to kick in. Your brain is wired differently, not because something is wrong with you, but because you were trained in the high-stakes school of scarcity. You learn to see potential where others see lack, to build bridges with scraps, and to find opportunity in obstacles. Embrace this part of yourself. Your radical resourcefulness isn't a coping mechanism. It's a form of genius forged in fire. It's the reason you're so good at turning no into how. It's your unique gift to the world. Acknowledge it, nurture it, and be proud of the incredible problem solver you've become. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into turning your past into your power. See you in the next video. Did you grow up way too fast? Maybe you were the one everyone leaned on, the little adult in a kid's body. If that sounds familiar, this is for you. Let's talk about the incredible strengths you developed because you had to. First, let's talk about hyper-independence. Did you learn early on that the only person you could truly rely on was yourself? You probably hate asking for help, right? It feels weak, or like you're bothering people. But this isn't a flaw. It's a superpower you forged in the fire. You became incredibly resourceful, a problem solver who can navigate any crisis. Because you've always been your own safety net, you learned to trust your own judgment and get things done, no matter what. That's not just independence. That's resilience in its purest form. Next up, are you an expert-level people pleaser? You might think of this as a negative trait, that you're just trying to avoid conflict. But let's look deeper. To be a successful people pleaser, you had to become a master of emotional intelligence. You can walk into a room and instantly read the vibe. You know what people need before they even say it. You're empathetic, observant, and can anticipate the emotional needs of others. This makes you an amazing friend, a supportive partner, and a compassionate leader. You didn't just learn to keep the peace. You learned the intricate language of human connection. How about responsibility? Were you managing household chores, younger siblings, or even the emotional state of your parents long before you should have been? It was heavy, wasn't it? Carrying that weight teaches you something profound. It builds an unparalleled sense of duty and reliability. When you say you'll do something, you do it. People trust you because you've proven, time and time again, that you are dependable. You developed a work ethic that is second to none and an understanding of consequences that many adults still struggle with. You're the person everyone turns to when things get tough, because they know you won't back down. And what about your intuition? That little voice inside that's always a step ahead. Growing up in an unpredictable environment forces you to develop a powerful gut instinct. You had to learn to sense shifts in mood, to anticipate problems before they exploded. This wasn't magic, it was survival. You learned to pay attention to the details others miss, a flicker in someone's eyes, a slight change in their tone of voice. This has made you incredibly insightful. You can see through facades and understand the real story. This isn't paranoia. It's a highly refined pattern recognition skill that protects you and helps you navigate complex social situations. Finally, there's your creativity and problem solving. When resources are scarce, whether it's money, time, or emotional support, you learn to make something out of nothing. You become endlessly creative. You can find solutions where others only see dead ends. You're the one who can fix a broken appliance with a paperclip, whip up a meal from a nearly empty fridge, or find a way to make a difficult situation feel a little bit lighter. This isn't just about being crafty, it's about having a mindset of abundance even in scarcity. You see possibilities everywhere because you had to invent them for yourself. If you recognize yourself in these traits, please know that your childhood wasn't just lost. It was a period of intense training that made you the resilient, insightful person you are today. You are not just a product of what happened to you. You are the architect of the strengths you built in response. It's okay to acknowledge that it was hard, but it's equally important to celebrate the person you've become because of it. You've spent a long time taking care of everyone else. Now, make sure you use those incredible strengths to take care of yourself too. You deserve the same care and support you so freely give to others. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Take care of yourselves.